Hi people, thanks for joining me again on yet another fragrance review. I'm very sporadic with these, as you'll probably tell, but I keep saying I'm going to do more and I will get around to it, believe me. Anyway, in this video we're going to look at a fragrance that's been around for a decade now, a fragrance that was released way back in 2009. It is CH Men by Carolina Herrera. Before we jump into that though, just want to give you a quick update of what to expect from my channel in the next few weeks. I've recently returned from a holiday in Gran Canaria, an island which, if you're not aware, is in the Canaries, belongs to Spain, and is very sun-kissed, very scenic. So in the next few weeks, I will be uploading some travel videos from that trip. Historically, this channel started off as mainly a travel video channel, so we'll sort of be delving back into that a little bit in that respect. But don't worry, the fragrance videos will continue to be made. They will continue to come over the coming months. And like I say, we're going to kick off with this one that you see before you, CH Men, from the house of Carolina Herrera. Now, what is there to say about this fragrance that's not already been said? Well, it's been around a decade, so it has been reviewed to death, but I do want to give you my 2 pennies worth. Off the bat, this is an extremely, and I mean extremely, sweet scent. And that's really to be expected, as the main note of this fragrance is sugar. But for me, I do sense that the leather and the grass really gives it sort of a roundness. It gives it an oddly earthy yet sweet vibe. It even has a little bit of a spicy tinge. This is a fragrance that I picked up by sheer chance, really, as much as anything, because the bottle I've got here is a 2014 formulation. Which you'll notice on the front of it, it does have that red strip. Now, there are some later versions of this that don't have that strip that have unfortunately been reformulated, and people that own that newer one do tell me that it's been sort of played about with a little bit. Doesn't have the same punch, doesn't have the same kick. So I was quite lucky in that respect that I managed to get this one from a discount fragrance store. Don't know how long they'd had it, picked it up fairly cheap. I think it was about £30. And really just struck out. Checked it on Check French, where you can check fresh, should I say, where you can check the batch codes of fragrances to see how old they are. And even though I bought this brand new in the packaging, it was at the time of purchase about 3.5 years old, because I've had this a while now. Anyway, just to go through a few details in relation to this fragrance of what you might want to know. Well, we're just going to cover off the notes. In the top notes, you have bergamot, alongside grapefruit and grass, which we mentioned earlier. In the middle, we have saffron, nutmeg, woodsy notes, jasmine, and violet. Now, in the base, there is a lot of fragrances. So you have oak moss, you have amber, there's vanilla, there's leather, there's sugar. Again, 2 of those we've already mentioned. We've got a bit of vetiver, sandalwood, suede, and cashmere wood. So it'd be easy to think that there's quite a lot of things going on because it has just so many notes. But as I said, the sugar really stands out. That gives it a sweetness. Some people have said it smells exactly like a sugar cane. But the leather, the vanilla, and the grass really are 3 of the key points for me that stand out. You know, you do get some of the other sort of suede element to it, and you certainly get the woods. It gives it that kind of a earthy vibe that I've already mentioned there. So I don't know if the new reformulations do have that, because I've not tested them. There are a lot of flankers of this fragrance as well, so do be warned, if you go to pick up a bottle, you might end up coming away with something completely different if you're not entirely certain of what you're picking up here. So look out for the just CH Men branded, no Africa, no Grand Tour. There's new other ones that have come out, but this is the original going back to 2009. So, in terms of settings for this fragrance, well, personally, I think this is a fantastic evening fragrance. You could probably wear it through the day. I wouldn't say it's office friendly per se, but if you're a bit risky, a bit ballsy, you could probably get away with it. It's a very masculine fragrance, so if you're an alpha male and you like to sort of express that around the workplace, then feel free. But for me, it's more of a nighttime fragrance, more of a going out fragrance. Even could be a clubbing fragrance. In terms of season, well, because it's a nighttime fragrance and it's quite sweet, it does lean more towards autumn and winter, the colder months. You could probably get away with it in early spring, and if you want to chance it, then you could wear it in summer if you want to, but the sweetness probably would be a little bit overpowering to an extent. Although, me personally, I do wear fragrances where I want, when I want, and just roll with it, but sod it, that's me. Now, a couple of issues. An issue with this really is longevity. Um, it's not weak. It's not something that's going to fade away in 20, 30 minutes like some fragrances, unfortunately. You will get a good 3 to 4 hours out of this, but it's not beast mode. It's not going to last all day either. 3 to 4 hours, moderate mid-range fragrance is what you can expect from this, but you could always reapply. Some of the newer reformulations, I think the longevity tones down again, is a little bit weaker than that, but again, as I say, I wouldn't really know. Now, moving on to one of the things that a lot of people really look at when considering buying a fragrance, or one of the things they take into consideration is compliments. Now, if you're buying a fragrance for compliments, in my opinion, you're really buying it for the wrong reason. You should be buying it to smell nice and to enjoy. But admittedly, some fragrances do work better in terms of the compliment factor than others, and who doesn't like compliments? So with this one, I would say you won't get masses of compliments, but when you do get them, they will be real wow factor ones. They won't be, off the cuff, half-hearted, oh, you smell nice fragrance. It will be like, good God, you smell great, amazing, let me sniff you. So like I say, you won't be stopped by every single person, although who is and what fragrance has that power? None. But certainly, if you buy this and your partner smells you, I think up close and personal, they will be impressed. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all we need to say about CH Men from Carolina Herrera. If you've got any comments about this fragrance, feel free to add them in the box below. And thanks once again for tuning in to this video. It is very much appreciated. As I've stated before, I do wish to continue making fragrance reviews as and when I can. Work commitments are not always the best, but going forward, I want to ideally commit to at least 2 or 3 reviews a week if I can do it over the summer. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Also, would be very much appreciated if you can check my travel videos that are going to be coming in the next few days. Okay, thank you, and that's all for now.